good morning. I hope you found yesterday's maths okay. I know the children that were in school did, so hopefully you were the same at home. If you could start, as always, with your date and your skill, please, and make sure you underline it. Pause the video and then come back ready for your arithmetic once you're done. Okay, excellent job. So if you have written arithmetic and underline it, draw your 3 columns like you would if you were in school. Okay, bronze, silver and gold. You want numbers 1 to 15 in your bronze, 1 to 10 in silver and gold. Okay, as for the yesterday and as for every day now, okay, you can choose whether you spend a certain amount of time on your arithmetic or you just take it at your own pace and go through all the answers. I would definitely recommend trying them all, okay? It doesn't really matter how long it takes you, because the more you practice, the quicker you will get, okay? But really try and work hard to answer all of the questions. Okay, so pause the video, keep it on your screen, and then come back when you're ready for the answers. Brilliant, so here are your answers for today. Okay, as always, give yourself a big tick, and especially if you try to answer them all of them today, and you don't often get to gold, or perhaps you thought you'd give gold a go today because it looked a little bit tricky and you wanted to challenge yourself, then excellent, great job. Okay, so yesterday we were looking at line graphs and interpreting data. Okay, so let's just have a quick recap before we move on then. What does this line graph tell us? Okay, how are we going to find that out? Okay, we can see it's got a title. So the title is playground temperature. So the line graph tells us the temperature of the playground. Okay, let's have a look then. So the temperature at 9 AM is something degrees. So if you remember, we're going to start at 9 because this is the information that we're given. The temperature at 9 AM is something degrees. So we can start at 9 AM and then we can go up here. Now we can go across left to 4, so we know the temperature at 9 AM is 4 degrees. The warmest time of the day is, okay, so this time we need to find out the time of the day. So we're going to go up to our y-axis and find our highest number. Was it a temperature at 10 degrees? No, the next one is 9 degrees. Okay, and at 9 degrees it was 12 noon. How would you estimate the temperature at 9:30 AM? So the information that we've been given is that it's at 9:30. A ruler would come in handy here, but luckily we have got this line to follow. So we've got at 9:30 AM, we can see the data is here. So we go across and we find that it is 5 degrees. And then at what time was the temperature 7 degrees? Okay, so the information is on our y-axis. So we go to 7, we go all the way across to where the data is, then we go down, and we can see it's around 10:30 AM. Okay, that was a really good and quick recap, well done. Okay, a little further recap then. Can you add the labels to the line graph? So hopefully it's just a quick reminder, the title is the daily rainfall. The key, where it's got 2 pieces of data, we're going to need a key, because without the key we're not going to know what the 2 lines mean. One could mean France and one could mean Spain. Okay, we don't know. The y-axis is the weekday because that's going across. The y-axis is the rainfall in millimetres. Remember, it's telling us what the measurement is and it's millimetres today. And then this is the data. What do you notice about the data? What's different about today than yesterday? It's obviously that there are 2 sets, okay? So we're looking at line graphs with more than 1 set of data today. Okay, so some line graphs have more than 1 set of data, like I just mentioned. So let's look at the one below. Okay, and we can see we've got an orange juice and blackcurrant squash. And it says, Mr. Blanchet's class are investigating how quickly 2 different liquids cool over 5 minutes. They start their investigation by warming the 2 liquids in the microwave and then measure the temperature of each liquid every minute as they cool down. So we can see we've got blackcurrant squash, which is the purple line because we've got the key at the top. Okay, this is the key. And then we've got the orange line, which shows the orange juice. Okay, we've got our temperature on our y-axis shows us it's in degrees Celsius, and we've got the time along our x-axis. Okay, the line graph hasn't got a title, so it's missing a title, so you can add that on if you like. I'm sure you can think of one, but it does give us it does tell us here in this box what we are measuring. So what was the temperature of the orange juice after 2 minutes? Now when we're looking at two sets of data, it's really easy to get confused. Okay, so we're going to remember that key at the top. Luckily, the colours on here are the same as the orange and blackcurrant squash, so it's a little bit easier. They're not always colour coordinated. So what was the temperature of the orange juice after 2 minutes? So we've got orange juice, and then we know that it's after 2 minutes. So if we go up, you've got to be careful we don't stop at the blackcurrant juice, the orange juice. Now we have to look at the increments here, okay? So it's going up, so this is 50 and this is 55, so we know it's going up in ones. So we know that the temperature after 2 minutes was 51 degrees Celsius. At which minute was the temperature of the blackcurrant squash 42 degrees Celsius? Okay, so we need to go to 42 degrees Celsius along here. Make sure you're measuring correctly because not all their lines are labelled. And we're going to go across to where we've got the blackcurrant here. And we can see if we go down, it's at minute 4. Okay. Working with your partner, or if you haven't got a partner or somebody to talk to at home, have a think, okay? Put your thinking brains on and see if you agree with the following statements. If you think the statement is false, explain the mistake you think the child has made and tell me the correct answer instead. So this child here says after 1 minute, the difference in temperature between the two drinks is 1 degree Celsius. So after 1 minute is our first piece of information there. So we're going to go to 1 minute, and the difference between the two drinks is 1 degrees. Okay, so we know how to find the difference. If we start with a blackcurrant is 55 degrees Celsius. And the orange juice is 53 degrees Celsius. So you have a think. Is the child correct? After 1 minute, the difference in temperature between the two drinks is 1 degree Celsius. So the blackcurrant is 55 degrees Celsius. The orange juice is 53 degrees Celsius, which means the difference is 2 degrees. Okay, so she is false. This child here says the temperature of the blackcurrant squash dropped by 5 degrees between minutes 2 and 3. Okay, so have a think and have a little chat with your partner. Okay, see what you think. Pause the video at any time if you need more time. Okay, you don't have to go along with me. You've got the option to pause it and to have a bit more of a discussion about it with someone around you. Okay, so the temperature of the blackcurrant squash dropped by 5 degrees between minutes 2 and 3. Okay, so we need to find minute 2 and 3, and we need to find blackcurrant. So at minute 2, the blackcurrant was 50 degrees Celsius, and at minute 3, the temperature was 47 degrees Celsius. So did the temperature drop by 5 degrees? False. Okay. It dropped by 3 degrees Celsius. It went from 50 down to 47. So that's a difference of 3 degrees. She looked, so if we look carefully, she looked at the values of the orange juice instead of the blackcurrant. Okay, so minute 2 for the orange juice was 51. And then it was 46. She was looking at the wrong piece of data. It's really important that you are looking at the correct lines. After approximately 2.5 minutes, the temperature of the 2 drinks was the same. So this is where your ruler will come in handy when we're looking at line graphs. We haven't got a line to show us where 2.5 minutes is. Okay, we've got 2 minutes and we've got 3 minutes. So we're going to go use our ruler. We're going to go up. And the lines here we can see are overlapping. So after approximately 2.5 minutes, the temperature of the 2 drinks was the same. Are they correct or not? That is true, okay, because they're overlapping, so it means they're the same temperature at that time. Okay, so your independent practice today is just more practicing of the line graphs, okay, interpreting the data, but these ones have got more than one set. Okay, again, there is an option to choose cool, mild or spicy. Okay, I would probably, if you're feeling quite confident, start with mild and then go on to spicy as a challenge, okay? But by all means, if you're feeling a little bit unsure, then start with cool, and then perhaps you might want to do all 3 of the challenges. Okay, so you've got cool, mild and spicy under the resources, and then the answers are there for somebody at home to either go through them with you or to give them to you after to self-assess your work. Okay, so you can stick the resource into your books, work through the questions, you can write on the sheet again, okay, and refer back to the PowerPoint, or there's no working wall if you're at home, but refer back to the PowerPoint, rewind if you need to, and just try your best. Okay. There are some reasoning questions on the spicy one, I believe, but don't worry about, oh yeah, I suppose you can do it in your blue pen because you should all have a blue pen with you, so that's great. Okay, but enjoy the rest of your day.